Hey girls. Oh, I'm so sorry about this. I was unexpectedly working out just a minute ago, so... So guys, we're going to wait for this song to play out and let's hopefully get some other girls on. That's it, Becky, love your body. You've got to love your body.
Girl, you should love your body, love your body, 'cause I love your body, love it. No need to think about it, baby, you got it. You should love it, you should love your body. You should love your body.
Come on, girlies. Right, let's get tagging. Let's get some other girls in here.
You feel rejected, just so affected by all the pictures you see. Yeah, become addicted and so afflicted by all the pictures you see. Yeah, when I say stop, go and look in that mirror. You got it right. Stand up.
Hi girlies, let's say hello. Let's tag up the girlies in video. Sammy Jo Wood's birthday today. Happy birthday, Sammy Jo. Hey Ashley. Have the Lisas, there's the Wilson, there's the Laura. What's your Laura anymore? Oh, Laura.
Your body, 'cause I love your body. Girl, you should love your body, love your body, 'cause I love your body, love it. No need to think about it, baby, you got it. You should love it, you should love your body. You should love your body, love it. Girl, you should love your body, love your body, 'cause I love your body, love it. No need to think.
Right, we're going to let a few more girls jump on. Because I know there's more people coming, so I'm just going to play this again. So, what I want to do, girls, is give some other girls a tag. It's going to have a really good self-love session tonight. Hi, Hayley. Lovely to see you, babe. Hope you're good. Tag everybody. Sean, Jordan. Hey, girls, yes. Say hey when you come on.
Girl, you should love your body, love your body, 'cause I love your body, love it. No need to think about it, baby, you got it. You should love it, you should love your body. You should love your body.
Hi, Kelly. How are you doing? Hope you're well, darling.
You feel rejected, just so affected by all the pictures you see. Yeah, become
Sam Ramsey. God, I'm just literally tagging everyone. Please.
by all the pictures you see. Yeah, when I say stop, go and look in that mirror. You got it right.
Curly Jane. I hope Curly Jane's okay. Oh, Curly Jane is not very well.
Girl, you should love your body, love your body, 'cause I love your body, love it. No need to think about it, baby, you got it. You should love it.
Oh, God, there's so many girls. I just can't. I can't find the girlies there on this group.
Stand up, go and look in that mirror. You need to find you are rejected and so
Hello. I know some of you are doing kids, but you can watch this back. Hey, girls. So we're almost there. We're going to get started.
your body, 'cause I love your body. Girl, you should love your body,
Sydney home. Sydney for ages.
your body.
And I've got Tea lady, where's Lindsay? Lindsay Davis, where are you? Almost there, girls. I'm literally just tagging everyone that I can possibly tag. Good morning, you guys, thanks for joining. So, that's it. We're here, we're together, and we're here for a self-love session. So tonight's session, I'm going to give you some top tips on confidence, and then what we're going to do is we're going to do a really powerful visualization together of the very best version of you, and we're going to let go of all the limiting beliefs, and we're going to let go of all the shoulds and what we think that people want us to be, and we're going to imagine ourselves in the very best, unspoilt, best version of ourselves. That's what we're going to do tonight. So I'm going to give you some tips first, because there's been a lot of girls that have spoken to me actually off the group, asking me how they can improve their self-esteem. So some of these ideas that I might give you might be really useful for you. You know, you could only try things and implement things into your life what you feel is most comfortable for you, because there's so many things that we can do, and I might say some things and you might be like, actually, I don't want to do that. That doesn't feel right for me. So really understand that what you hear, what you see me do, and what you feel all depends on your person. And just because I'm recommending it doesn't mean you have to do it, okay? So we know that we need to be kind to ourselves, girls. Isn't it interesting that we spend so much of our time putting ourselves down when we are the person that we spend the most time with in our lives? Why do we do that? Why do we spend so much of our time criticising ourselves, saying what we're not good at? You know, when someone gives us a compliment, how many times has someone said to you, and they've said, oh, Kelly, I love your dress, and you're like, you know, it's just something I threw on, whereas we should be like, thanks so much. So accepting a compliment is a really challenging thing to do, when, you know, actually it can be really easy. Just say thank you. What's stopping you from saying thank you and allowing people to give you that love? Why are you stopping yourself? What's holding you back from accepting the love? It's an interesting question, isn't it? What is stopping you from soaking in the compliments that people give you, being proud of yourself? What's stopping you from being kind to yourself first? Because, you know, if you're not kind to yourself, how do you expect other people to be kind? Or like when people give you compliments, how can you take them if you can't even give them to yourself? Okay, so really get to know yourself. You know, for example, like what makes you really happy? Think about something now, and of course you can share in the comments if you like. What is something in your life that makes you really happy? Do you love being in the countryside? Do you love being with your friends? Do you like being with your partner? Spending time with the kids? Do you love walking the dogs? Do you love going to the gym? Like, what things make you really happy? And what do you value in your life? Because we all have different values, okay? We have different values and different beliefs, and that is how we are basically, our personality is created, our values and our beliefs. And there's different parts of our personality and our beliefs, which is something that I will go much further into on a separate video. So there's different things like certainty, uncertainty, security, love and connection, and all of these things, we as different humans put them in a hierarchy of what is important to us first. And mine might be different to yours, but that doesn't mean that mine is, you know, right and yours is wrong. We just have different values depending on how we've grown up, you know, what we've been taught, what we've been shown, what we've experienced. So what do you value in life as well? Oh, Hayley, thank you for commenting. Your dog, the countryside and horses, amazing. Me too. Like, absolutely, 100%. Love being in the countryside. You know, being with animals is incredible. It's a wonderful experience to have a bond with an animal. And being surrounded by trees and nature. Absolutely love that. So for me, I guess what makes me happy, oh God, so many things. Like, I guess predominantly, like, I like serving people. I like helping people. I like, you know, if someone's got a trouble, something's not going right in someone's life, I'm like, let's make it right. I believe in you. Let's do this. Let's change it. Let's make it better. I'm a very, very cup overflowing kind of person. I believe there's always a way in everything that we do, no matter what. Even if you want something and you're told you can't have it, I still believe there's a way. And I've proved that to people before. Whereas when you don't give up and you want something enough, it can always happen. Like if you're somebody that wants something and someone says you can't have it and you believe them, well, you're letting them control your life, even if it's something that belongs to them and you want it and whatever. Like you can have anything you want in your life. You've just got to want it enough. You know, if you give up on yourself, then that's fine. That's if that's your value. You like, if someone says no, fine, whatever, just leave it, fine. But if I want something, I do not stop until I get it or I get there. And then what do I value? I value like honesty, like friendship. I'm very down to earth. Like I feel like I'm a very real kind of girl. You know, I struggle fitting in with people who are all about labels and bags and like to be quite showy. Like I just don't fit into that. Like I like, you know, being comfortable. I like wearing, you know, chill clothes, and I do dress up sometimes, but my value is quality time. I like spending and having connection. So my top value, which again, like I'll go into it another time of the human needs, my top one is love and connection, 100%. Like you probably know that already. Like I literally thrive off being with people and doing things with people. Let's go together, let's do this together. Like I love being with people. So yeah, just really have a think about what makes you happy and what you value. You girls should connect, honestly. You're so similar actually. I think, Hayley, do you have terriers or do you have Labradors? Because Kelly's got horses as well, Hayley. So yeah, you should 100% connect. So let yourself have feelings. Remember, it's important to know that you're a human and you experience things in life, and you have a wide range of emotions. And you know, when we get angry, when we get sad, you know, we feel these things. It's normal. What is the thing we need to work on though is like when we get pissed off and frustrated, we have a choice whether to stay there or whether to think about it for a bit and then go, right, okay, not letting myself stay there. Tony Robbins, who is an absolute hero of mine, if you don't know who he is, go and look him up. He allows himself to have negative states for 90 seconds. And that's it. Because when you're in a negative state, it doesn't serve you. It raises your stress levels. It makes you feel like anxious. And he basically says, like, he clicks his fingers, and the way to change your physical state is to move your body different. So I've been working with a lot of my coaching clients recently. Well, not a lot of them, but like four of my 12 have eating habits where they eat to fuel their emotions. Okay, so it's emotional eating. And what we know is that when you eat because you're an emotional eater, so basically when you're angry, you eat. When you're sad, you eat. When you are cross or whether you're frustrated, you eat, because it basically changes the emotion. It takes you away from feeling what you're feeling. And the reason that people do that is because when you eat, it slows your breathing and it makes you relax, and you get the pleasure because it hits you with the flavours, the taste, the textures, all of those things as well, okay? So what we need to do is actually feel things, allow ourselves not to be afraid of what we're feeling. So when you feel really upset or anxious or sad or crazy, like just allow yourself and be like, oh my God, like I feel so crazy, like what is going on, like why do I feel like this? Take a second. And you know, when people say and you get told to like go and do something different, walk away, it's because again it changes your state. So when you're emotional, you know, people say, oh, I'm just emotional, I'm just going to eat chocolate. It's because they're sad and chocolate gives them pleasure and changes their state. And you can change your state in a single second. And all you need to do, girls, and you can try this, and I'd love to know if it works for you. When you feel sad or angry, or like you feel like you're going to emotional eat, if you do that, or, you know, if you find it difficult to get rid of anger, I'm challenging you to go and put some of your favourite music on. Like if any of you just see me just jumping around like a nutcase to some HIIT training, like go and put your favourite song on, and I want you to comment in the comments box below, what is your most favourite uplifting song? Like, do you know what? That Love Your Body song is literally a theme tune to my life at the moment. Love Your Body, so positive, great beat. I put it on and it literally makes me feel, and it changes my state. So if I'm down and I put that on, I can't help but like bob around, right? And that is a state change, and that is going to change how you show up. So instead of staying in that negative, angry, sad place, when you do something to change your state, you can exercise, listen to music, jump around, speak to a friend, talk to someone that makes you happy. Think about 10 things that you're grateful for that other people around this planet do not have, and it will change your mindset. If someone's been nasty to you, that's on them. Don't allow someone's negative energy, opinions and nastiness ever make you feel a certain way for longer than 90 seconds, because you're giving them your power. You're giving them your energy, okay? So let yourself have feelings, and if they're negative ones, feel it out, write something down, get it out, speak to someone, and then take control and say, I am choosing happiness, I'm choosing to get out of this state, I'm going to put my favourite music on, and I'm going to jump around, and I'm going to change my state. I'm in heaven. Yes. Is that DJ Sammy? Is that I'm in heaven? Yes. I think I know the one you mean. What a beautiful song. So the chilled one. Love that. Reminds me of when I went to Malia when I was like 16 and we spent 2 weeks in Malia. That was horrific. Consider what self-esteem means to you. So you might realise you've based your self-worth on things that are out of your control or that aren't useful. So again, just bring it back, like have a think about what does self-esteem mean to you and how do you have better self-esteem, what makes you feel good. Like for me, it's like making sure that, I know this is really, really silly, but I always feel better when I've washed my hair, when I've got my lashes on. I just always feel so much better, and my nails are done, and that's it. I don't need any other makeup, I don't need other things, but if I've got my hair done, my lashes are on, I feel like I can conquer the world. Does anybody else resonate to that? Like you put a bit of lippy on or something, or a bit of lip gloss, and you feel good to go. So really think about being kind to yourself. It's a really important thing to do. And then another thing that I think is amazing to do is challenge your, like I just mentioned actually, but challenge your unkind thoughts about yourself. You know, if you find yourself automatically putting yourself down a lot of the time, have a think about, why am I doing this? Why am I sabotaging myself? Why am I being really unkind? Because at the end of the day, we all make mistakes. You know, we're not supposed to be perfect. You can't go through life getting everything right. That just don't happen. And the most incredible thing about making mistakes is that it's not a negative. Like making a mistake is not something negative, because it's going, this isn't for you. You just don't carry on doing this. Go and do something different. Okay, so when you make a mistake, sometimes, you know, we need to make an apology or to ourselves or someone, because, you know, those things happen. But what the worst thing to do is to cling on to that, hold on to it and drag it with you through life with bags of crap and horrible thoughts about yourself because you made a mistake 5 years ago and your friend didn't talk to you for 2 weeks. Well, it was a mistake. Let it go. Forgive yourself. Be kind. Don't go through this life carrying emotional baggage that's in the past. It's gone. The only way to move forward is to let go of the past. Again, focus forward and stop going, oh yeah, but I don't, because of that's what happened. If you've got a friend, if there's somebody in your life who you know that there's a bit of like uncertainty between you and you've been thinking about messaging them for a while but you don't want to because you feel embarrassed, the best thing to do is like message them and just say, I'll give you an example. I've got a customer from Juice Plus who slipped through my fingers and she ordered some capsules and I just totally forgot to message her because I've got so many customers. I totally forgot to like just pop her a message, just check in because she's not in the group. And I've put it off and put it off and put it off because I'm like, God, I feel so bad, like I'm embarrassed, I don't want to speak to her, she probably thinks I'm a crap mentor, like she's not in the group, she probably thinks I'm just want her money. And I just thought, Millie, like I'm creating a whole scene here about something that probably might, like it won't even matter to her. And that's the other thing, like we create stories that probably aren't even true and we always go to the worst place because our brain tries to keep us safe and prepare us for the worst outcome. So I actually ended up messaging this girl and I said, I'm so sorry I have not messaged you for the whole time you've been on these capsules. I feel absolutely terrible. Please accept my apology. Can we jump on the phone together? And she was like, absolutely, don't worry about it. It's absolutely fine. Like I've been super busy, didn't even realise. And I'd been stressing about it for so long. and I didn't even need to. And all I needed to do was pop her a message and go, I'm so sorry. Like, I've made a mistake. I'm really sorry. And if anybody ever turns around to you and says, well, yeah, it's because you're this and that, well, we make mistakes and we can learn from that. So if that was the case, I'd go, right, I need to be more organised, get her in my diary and make sure that I don't let that happen again. So try and challenge yourself if you have unkind thoughts, and just really look after you, because if you're not cheerleading for yourself, if you're not your own best friend, then you're going to have a bit of a tough life, girls. Like, you've got to be your own best friend and cheerlead yourself. Oh, Lally, I love you. Thanks. That's so nice. Thank you. Do you know what? I've just been through a lot. I've had a lot go on in my life. I've been very lucky to experience being surrounded by some very, very influential people. Tony Robbins has been very close to my circle of people, like him as a human. I actually had an experience with him, like, it was freaking amazing. I'll tell you another time. But I seem to attract people that are very in the self-development world, and I've just had so much fun doing it through being in Juice Plus and having that freedom to go and explore the world and meet incredible people. So, thanks, babe. That's so kind. That's really nice. Oh, you're making me blush. So avoid comparing yourself. So this is the next thing. We must not compare. And you know, there's that, it's kind of cringy really, but there's that saying, the sun, you can't compare the sun to the moon, okay, because they do different things. You can't compare a cat to a dog, right? Because they're both pets that you have at home, but they're very different. So why would you ever compare yourself to someone else? Why would you ever sit there and go, she's got this, like, oh God, she's got a really nice bum. Oh, she's got a really good life. Like, why? We are so unique and special in the way that we've been, first of all, designed. Like, I say this loads, you probably hear me say the same thing, so you're probably bored of me, but you basically are conceived, and there's a 1 in 4 trillion chance that that little sperm, sorry girls, and the egg make magic happen, right? 1 in 4 trillion. So please appreciate yourself. You have come, like, think about the magic of how a human being is created. 2 people, get it jiggy, get down to it, have a bit of, like, passion. I was going to say rumpy pumpy. That's what my best friend's mum used to call it. Oh, God. You know, but seriously, though, like, think about 2 people, like, someone that you love, girls, someone you have that passionate connection with them. And, you know, through that, you make a human being. It's absolutely mental that you girls have the capabilities of growing a human being. You know, we are incredible. We are incredible. I'm learning a lot about the female body at the moment. And, you know, what happens on a daily basis that we don't even realise is absolutely mind-blowing. The fact that you've got cells in your body that constantly fight off infections and, like, toxins and disease, and your heart is pumping all the time to keep you alive, and your eyes blink and your lashes keep dirt out your eyes, and you've got hairs in your nose that stop stuff going up. Like, your body is incredible. So I really want you tonight to connect with that. Forget about clothes, forget about labels, forget about money. I want you to connect with yourself and really be grateful for this that you've got, and start looking after it with love, care and attention. Like, if you gave birth to a child, how you would look after that baby. That is how you need to look after yourself. That is the amount of love that you need to have for yourself. Your mother gave birth to you and she held you in her arms with total unconditional love. And sometimes, and if not a lot of the time, you spend it being cruel to yourself, and that needs to stop. Because imagine if your daughter spent her life hating herself, it would break your heart. So we've got to start with ourselves. We've got to start loving ourselves and being the generation that teaches our children that no matter what they are, no matter what they look like, where they're from, what they're passionate about, what gender they are exactly as they need to be. And no matter what's going on out there, they can fall in love with who they are, because that's who they're supposed to be. And you need to start doing that too, girls. So comparing yourself to other people is a waste of time and a waste of life. And, you know, just because someone else judges you, like I said previously, it's basically an insecurity within inside of themselves. And someone says, oh, she's do this and I cannot stand girls that bitch. I hate it. And I won't, if I'm in a room with two girls that are having a conversation about other people that is a bitchy conversation, I will totally shut off. I think it's totally unreasonable, out of order, and I don't agree with it in any way. And that's why I do not stand for it in Fit Girl Club. Nobody gets a second chance if they pick on anyone in this group. So we need to totally and utterly fall in love with ourselves. And like I said tonight, I really want you to think about what you can be grateful for in your body, your eyes, your lashes, and think about as well, like as a 4-year-old child, think about your mother and think about how she adored you and like when she gave birth to you. And like, even if some of you don't have relationships with your mothers or if they're not here anymore, like, I'm so sorry, like I've lost my father too, so I know what it's like to lose a parent. But you know, when you were, when your mother gave birth to you, you know, there was that connection. And it's so important that you remember that she made you, she gave her body up for you, she created you for 9 months and she carried you. And I think this is really close to my heart as well, because I had such a dysfunctional relationship with my mum when I was in my teenage years, because I was such a little brat and I struggled so much with my mental health. I had eating disorders and all sorts, and my poor mother, God, like the older I get, the more guilty I feel. And you know, I try and, you know, talk to her about it. It's just difficult. So I just think, you know, we've got to start saying positive things to ourselves and really love on ourselves. And if any of you girls haven't got a relationship with your mother, or it's been, you know, like you haven't got that connection, then that's fine as well, because that's your journey and that's exactly how it was supposed to be in this life. In this time, in this life, that is how it was supposed to be. And you can create your family from people that aren't your blood, right? You know, I truly, truly mean that. I feel like you girls are my family. We're an extension of each other. We are here to support each other. And it's so important that we love ourselves from the inside out. You know, the externals will change no matter what. Stefan always says to me, like, you know, I love you, and like he says to me, like, I love your face and all of those lovely things. But he said, I fell in love with your soul. I fell in love with you. He said, all of this will change one day. And he said, that doesn't mean I love you less. And I never understood what that was like, because I've never experienced that. So you've got to understand that it's okay to feel that love for yourself as well. And sometimes you need to be shown. And that is exactly why I'm here, because I know what it's like to be in war with yourself. I've been there, girls. Like, without going into too much detail, I just hated myself for so many years. Like I wanted to be someone else. Like I always used to say, like, I wanted to be my best friend. Like I wanted to be, you know, I was so out of alignment. I was so confused about life. I'm like, well, my dad left and he didn't love me and all of that stuff. And I just think, you know, we're at the age and we're in the time now where we can truly take control of our health, our mindsets, and how we move and how we think. And that is so important, because wouldn't you love to teach that to your children? Wouldn't you love to teach that to your girls, to make sure that they know that they are truly wonderful in everything that they are? You know, and to not compare themselves to their best friend. There are so many beautiful women out there that just don't think enough of themselves. And if you feel like that, then it's time today to start saying beautiful, positive things to yourself. And it might feel really strange at first, but you'll feel more comfortable the more that you do it. And actually, you know, so for example, in our business, we say that we are a certain position up the ladder before we are that position. And what tends to happen is you start to believe that you are. Okay, you start to believe and you start acting like, you know, because you have to grow through the business. Like when you start out, it's all new, and obviously there's leadership positions. So the reason I'm sharing this with you is because it's the same. Like if you spend your time hating on yourself and telling yourself negative things, guess what? Like you're going to believe that, and you are in control of everything that you believe, because it's just a thought pattern. It's just what you think. So I'm going to encourage you girls to start saying lovely, lovely things to yourself. So I'm beautiful. I love myself. I am proud. I am proud of my life. I've made some massive fuck ups, but do you know what? It's got me to where I am, and I'm moving forward. That's the past. That's the future. And that's where I'm going. And I'm excited. Are you with me? Right. So, next, so yeah, there's so many things I can share with you. It's 7:30, so I might have to go in a minute, because I'm supposed to be picking Stefan up in 15 minutes from a place that's about 40 minutes away, so probably need to go soon. But he knows I've got my self-love session, so he can wait. You girls are important to me tonight. So yes, this is a good thing. So try to notice the good things in your life. How many times, like I do this naturally, I'm a very moany, negative person. See you later, Hayley. No night, babe. I am very naturally, I'm a moaner. My mum used to call me Mona. That's what she used to call me. She used to call me Millie the Moaner. Forgot about that. But I've had to work on myself so much. Do I, Lally? She really used to say to me, stop moaning about this, stop moaning about that. And over the years, I've had to really learn to be grateful and work on myself. You know, and if I am having a down day, I do have a moan. Does anybody else moan? So the way to change that and the way to notice the good things is to celebrate your successes, to focus on the good things in your life. Are you laughing? Well, I'm glad I'm making you smile, because did you know laughter is going to change your state and it's going to make you feel good. So I'm really happy, but I'm really happy that you're laughing. Are you laughing at me or with me? Lisa, I'm always moaning. Okay, so what you need to do is change that language to start off with. So I always used to moan, but now I'm positive about my life. Because just saying I'm positive about my life, that doesn't feel real. You need to create space, okay? And you create space by saying, I always used to moan, but now I'm positive about my life. So you need to change a negative into a positive. You don't say, I always used to moan and now I don't, because that's not positive. I always used to moan, but now I'm positive about my life, okay? So celebrate your successes. No matter how small they are, share it in the bloody group. Like, even if it's like, I walked 5,000 steps today and you normally do 3, share it. Give someone a shout out. Do it for you girls. No matter how small they are, you know, it could help you remember small successes in your past as well. Accept compliments, covered that. You need to say, thank you so much. Like you saw me do earlier, thank you so much. Like, I really appreciate that. And do you know something as well, girls? Do you know why? I'm going to finish with this. Do you know why that we pick our best friends? If I said to you, what do you love about your best friend? And comment below if you want to. What qualities has your best friend got and why do you love her? So my best friend is totally bonkers. She never complains about anything. She is so happy. She loves animals. She's always up for a laugh. She's a very positive outgoing person, very chilled, like no judgment. Holly never has a problem. She's in this group. She probably won't watch it though. She never has a problem, and we met on the first day of secondary school, and we were put next to each other, and we were inseparable. We were totally inseparable all the way through secondary school. And in year 11, we got the Best Friends Award for the two people out of the whole year of the best friends, because we were inseparable. And in classes, we got separated and we'd throw notes to each other across the room. We were so naughty. We used to sneak out at lunchtime when we weren't allowed with the big kids, and we got up to all sorts. And you know, we always had each other's backs. We were always up for a laugh. We always, you know, supported each other. And whatever you look for and whatever you notice in your best friend is the qualities that you admire about yourself. So when you admire people, it's because you've usually got that quality in yourself. And when you don't like someone, it's because you don't like that about yourself as well. So if you see someone that's doing something that really annoys you, it's normally a projection of something that you do. And that's deep, isn't it? So if there's someone that pisses you off, it's normally because that's something inside of yourself that you need to work on and let go on. Because if someone pisses you off, why? Why is that? Just let them get on with it. Like, if someone's doing something annoying, just let them get on with what they're doing. That's got nothing to do with you. Let them be annoying. Let them go and do their own thing. Focus on yourself. Focus on you. Be you. But if that's really annoying you, it's normally because you've got something that you need to work upon in your life. Give yourself more love in that area with whatever it is that is pissing you off. So just really interesting, like, really focus on loving yourself, girls. It's what this is all about. You know, really think about how you can be your own best friend. Focus on yourself, and celebrate your successes, the small ones. And remember that you are magic. You have magic running through your body every day. Like, you're sat here breathing. That's magical. Like, you're breathing in oxygen to some weird bits of human body that's producing carbon dioxide and oxygenating your body, right? Mental. totally mental. I do feel a bit like I'm crazy sometimes, but really when you get deep about things and you think about your body and what it does to keep you alive, it's unbelievable. And when we spend our time filling it full of crap food that's got chemicals and toxins and alcohol that's polluting our beautiful bodies, like, no wonder that you feel crap about yourself. No wonder that you're struggling with losing weight. You know, love yourself first. If you love yourself unconditionally and respect your body like you would a child, then you won't do it and you'll start to feel so much better. So I was going to do like this big visualisation thing tonight, but I'm a bit worried about my boyfriend standing in the middle of a dark street in Seaford somewhere in 10 minutes. So I might have to go and pick him up and do this perhaps tomorrow evening. So if you're around tomorrow evening, girls, I'm going to do a self-love visualisation session at 7 o'clock. By the way, this is so damn tasty. It's Perform, so good, love it. I'm just having this after my HIIT workout, which was so hard, by the way. I'm going to do another one of those next week as well. So have a good evening. I hope this was useful. Girls, do you know what I'd be so grateful for? Is if you could just put something that you learned on here this evening into the Fit Girl Club, or if you want to put it on your stories, and tag me and just let the other girls know in the group what you loved about it, just so they go, oh, I'm going to join that next week. Because I'd love for more of the girls to experience what we do and to help them kind of, you know, they might hear one thing and it might be something that changes their whole mindset and helps them on their journeys. And I'd absolutely be so grateful for that exact reason. So thank you for joining me. It's been so nice to share this with you. It's been, you know, good numbers really for the time of evening. So thank you so much for joining. I love you all so much and I'm so grateful for you. Super excited about next week's self-love session as well. Don't forget, tomorrow is fake away night, so you've got all weekend to make your favourite Chinese dishes that is on plan. No cheating. Just sounded like someone tried to open the door. No cheating and buying Chinese takeaways and pretending, because somebody did that last year and I can tell, like, come on, I'm not stupid. And another girl did it in a group yesterday as well. Hilarious. So no cheating, no buying takeaways and putting it on your plates and pretending that you've made it. I'll be able to know. So have a lovely evening. I love you. Thank you so much, Kelly, for joining from the USA. Everyone give Kelly a massive shout out, and well done for checking in as well. Thank you for being a part of our community. Please feel free to add more of your America friends into the group. We want to expand and go global with Fit Girl. I'd love this to get out there and to be, yeah, something, you know, really special for everybody. So thank you so much, girls. I love you all with all my heart. It's been great. I've loved tonight. Thank you for listening and sharing as well. Have a good night and I'll see you soon.